What's up everybody, Branson here at Tailwater Outfitters, and today we have in front of us the all-new NRX Plus Inshore spinning rod. Okay, so we just got back from iCast, and this was one of the things that we saw there. We saw a lot of really cool things, but this was definitely one of the things we were most impressed by. This is the all-new G.loomis NRX Plus Inshore spinning rod. This is G.loomis's flagship, top of the food chain, inshore spinning rod. All right, so let's get into the rod. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. So first off that I see is on the bottom of it, you're going to have that high density cork. This is really nice on these rings here because that's a place that you're going to either put it on the ground or it's going to get touched. It's going to get kind of crimped or cut a little bit from, either just putting it on the boat, and that's going to keep it essentially safe and last longer too. And with any Loomis that's on the market, the cork itself on the handle is going to be top of the line, and it's going to feel good. It's going to look good. It's always going to be nice to have. Next thing, so this is going to be a CI4 Plus reel seat. This is going to be in some of their other rods and reels that they offer from Shimano and Loomis. Nice thing about the CI4 is that one, it's going to be a lot more sensitive, so you're actually going to feel bites a lot easier through the blank, and it's going to make it feel lighter, of course, too. That's what CI4 does, and it definitely does that. Just feeling it in my hand, it feels nice. It feels light. It looks good. I like it a lot, for sure. Next thing is going to be the blank itself. So this NRX blank, it's nice, it feels good, it looks good, but it also has the Spiral X technology on it. What is Spiral X? So Spiral X is something that Shimano has done a lot, and they started it with their offshore rods. The Terezes, some of their slow pitch rods as well. So Spiral X essentially is a carbon fiber wrap that goes from the bottom to the top of the blank. This is going to make it extremely fast when it comes to the recovery. It has an ultra fast recovery. What does this mean? So when you're casting a bait, it loads that bait super fast, and when it comes back, when you cast it and goes forward, it stops super fast. You probably noticed it with like ugly sticks and other rods. Whenever you do the wiggle test in a shop, you wiggle it around and whatnot, it like wiggles for like 3 years. This is not going to do that. It's going to stop on a dime. It's going to have that ultra fast recovery, and it feels crisp. It feels really, really nice. And this will also help you be extremely accurate with your casts. And then the last thing that I see about this rod is the guides on it. So it has those Fuji SIC guides on it, and it's, if you can maybe see it a little bit, it has a K, it's got that angle to it, it's got that slant. So what this is going to do is this is going to actually help in casts as well. It's going to cast a lot further. One thing about these guides though, and they are titanium as well, is the weight on it. A heavier guide is definitely going to change the action of the rod as well, and it's going to make it feel off probably, and it's going to make it feel heavier and slower as well, whereas these lightweight guides makes this rod feel faster and crisper. All right, so that is the whole spiel, the butt to tip, if you will, of the NRX Plus Inshore spinning. Now, I do have the old NRX, and this, yes, is replacing the old NRX. But what's the difference? How can you make a rod of this caliber better? Well, I think you can, and I definitely feel it in this rod. So let's just talk about some of the differences and what they did with the new one versus the old one. The first thing off the bat for me that I notice is the reel seat, like we were talking about with that CI4 Plus technology. There's more plastic on this, which I like because it makes it more sensitive. You're definitely going to be able to feel the bite more than the older rod. And it does, I really do think it feels better in my hand. Not saying that the NRX, the old one, was bad, but the new one is better. It feels nicer to me. The Spiral X on the blank makes it feel lighter. It makes it feel faster and crisper, and I really, really like that. But the biggest thing for me on the new rod is going to be the guides. Those Fuji SIC guides is a game changer on this one. Now, the old NRX, again, it's a nice rod, but the guides are definitely different. So the first 3 are Fuji guides, and then the next 5 are going to be those recoil guides. I can notice a difference for sure. It is definitely lighter on the newest NRX as compared to the older one. And again, going back to that whole weight thing, you can notice it right away. It makes it a heck of a lot lighter. The other thing too that's interesting on this, the new rod as well versus the old rod, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that bottom guide right there. So if you can kind of see the older NRX, it's higher, and the newer one is lower. To be honest, I really don't know what a difference performance-wise that's going to make, but there's no doubt in my mind that they did that for a reason, and it's going to make this rod cast better. So those are all the noticeable differences when you're actually staring at the rod, but the last thing is going to be the price point. So the old NRX started at 715 bucks. The new one is 625, so that's like, that's cheaper for sure. You're getting a better rod with newer technology for a cheaper price point. I mean, that's worth it to me for sure. Tell us what you think. Are you gonna drop 625 bucks on the new NRX Plus Inshore? Stop by the shop. We have the whole lineup of all the new NRX Plus Inshores, and check them out for yourself. Let us know. Comment, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends.